Now, the intention of the army has been interpreted in different ways, particularly about Python Dance 2. But I have a statement here which also reminds us that the army they've executed similar field training exercises like that of Operation Python Dance 2. They say both in North Central and Northwest, nicknamed exercise Habin Kunama 2 last April. The exercise was concluded in Jos, Kaduna, and Kano. And they say right now there's another exercise covering parts of Southwest and all of South-South, nicknamed Crocodile Smile. So the field exercises, he says, they're planned, they're budgeted, and approved for since last year. And therefore, they say there's no basis for hue and cry about the operations in the Southeast.
The multiplicity or duplication of an illegal exercise will not otherwise make it legal. If the president likes, let him deploy soldiers in all the 36 states of the federation. It will not make it legal. What makes the exercise of deployment of soldiers legal is Section 217. And so I believe that the fact that there are such exercises in some parts of the federation will not justify the continuance of it. And for us as citizens, we are tired of military rule. If you recall the experience of Nigeria, 1966, 1983, we're tired. What we have said by our conduct in returning to democracy is that we want civilian rulership. We want a system whereby we are used to what we see, and which is that we relate to the regular authority that is established by law to deal with civil unrest. Section 4 of the Police Act is very clear. The duty of enforcing law is that of the police. If Nnamdi Kanu or any other Nigerian has done any act or action that is against any law, it is the duty of the police to go there, either arrest him or send an invitation to him. Surely not the military. So even if you have Operation Python Dance in Jos, you have it in Borno, you have it in Lagos, it will not justify the reason. And I think as in the stage you have gotten to in Nigeria, all civil military personnel should go back to their barracks. Now, I watched yesterday the Inspector General of Police at an interactive section in respect of the coming election in Alabra. And he made a statement which is very laudable and says that, look, it's not the duty of this military to enforce law. And I have him here, I still read it this morning, the Inspector General of Police. He said it categorically that the soldiers should not interfere in the responsibility of the police.
So what is happening?
Law enforcement should purely be for the police.
Are they not collaborating?
If the IG, because maybe he's overwhelmed or needs some backup, because that's what the law says about civilian authority. The civilian authority here is the president or the authority that is recognized by law, which is the police. If they request for backing, the soldiers will be in the background. Because we're not used to a circumstance whereby you see somebody in camouflage, you see somebody bearing arms. I've watched a video this morning where civilians were being asked to drink mud, if it is true, because we don't know what to believe nowadays. But I've seen a video that is circulating on social media already.
The army said they are investigating that matter.
We are on Express Road, allegedly in the southeast, civilians were being beaten with sticks. Civilians were being asked to go inside the mud and to be drinking and staying in the mud. We're not used to that. That's the reason why. That's not the reason why we have democracy. And the president is aware, and that's why he came to contest election. We're in a democracy, governed by the rule of law, governed by presumption of innocence. Whatever it is you say Nnamdi Kanu has done, the law grants him that presumption of innocence. If you think he has violated any law, then you arrest him through the civil authority.
He may not have violated any laws, yes, but what concerns us, especially across the board, is that maybe some level of provocation upon the Nigerian state is happening with the activities of the IPOB. What are your views to it? Is there any provocation really?
Well, personally, I've stated what the law says, that you allow everybody to express themselves. But speaking to you personally, I believe that Mr. Nnamdi Kanu should sit down and appraise his agitation. Because as I sit here, I don't know what he wants. I'm telling you the truth. Professor Ben Wabozi, who is the leader of the concerned elders, came on national TV and said, I have interacted with Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. He told me that if there is restructuring in Nigeria, he will drop his agitation. By tomorrow morning, this man will wake up and say, we want secession. Next tomorrow, you say we want referendum. Another day, he'll say there should be no election in Anambra. What I'm saying is this. Look, resource control today is a product of a struggle. Right from Adegboruwa, there was the Kahama Declaration. In a document, we could see what the people of the Niger Delta say they want. Up to Sarawiwa, Movement for the Survival of Ogoni People. They set up the Ogoni Bill of Rights and detail what they want Nigerians to support them for. And that has led to resource control. You can't just keep turning every day as you wake up and think that people will continue to support you. We don't know what the man wants. I support his right to express himself, but for God's sake, Nigeria will not depend on how a single individual wakes up every day. And in that individual, we don't know where he's going. We don't know his destination. So I believe that for me, he will help himself and help all of us who want to support him to enforce his rights under the law, to make his vision plain.
But moving forward now, what do you think must be done to avoid such unruly behaviors or unruly situations that have been recorded concerning the IPOB and the military? What must be done to quell or reverse that?
Honestly, if you ask me, it's the federal government that is provoking this situation. Because Independent People's Organization has been in existence before the 2015 elections. It's not today. The agitation in the Southeast is based on marginalization. That is the reality of it. And that's why some people say, look, this is just some form of civil disobedience to draw attention to the problems in the Southeast, especially in respect of appointments, especially in respect of federal presence. I have no doubt that that is what is causing that agitation. What is going on in the Southeast is agitation, not insurrection. So, and it's the federal government that's provoking it. Because let me tell you the truth of what is happening in Nigeria. In 1993, Chief Emeka Abiola won an election. It was annulled by the government. The southwest part of this country held this country to ransom from 1993 up until democracy came back in 1998. On a particular day in the morning, I woke up with people, we used trailer and dumped gravel and sand on Tom Milan Bridge so that nobody could pass. But it was clear what we wanted was that we wanted democracy to come back to Nigeria. We didn't want military rule. So I don't see what Nnamdi Kanu is doing in terms of the mobilization and the agitation that is beyond what we did, from 1993 up to 1998. If you go to the churches, you see the churches have some soldiers in quote with emblems, they call them cherubim, to maintain law and order. You say the man is sewing uniforms and giving them emblems. It's inconsequential.